back with a quick live. So please come in and click on the video. Press the thumbs up button. Listen, we want to talk. Let's talk real quick. I was just chit chatting with one of my aunts, and I was up, so I said, "Let me go live real quick. Let me drink some water, real quick." I just actually uploaded a video, so if you haven't seen that, make sure you check it out. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of people here, but whoever shows up, shows up. We still gonna show out. Oh man. So how did everybody spend their weekend? I was supposed to go out tonight, but I didn't end up going out. So, that kind of fell through, which I was happy because I love being home. But let me show y'all this really quick. At least 1 minute video needs to be highlighted. Oh, I gotta wait for at least 1 minute. I want to show y'all something. Have y'all seen this on your Facebook page? Highlight to save to your channel. I'm trying to show them something real quick. Hold on. It was this thing from Universal Snacks, and it's like they promoting these snacks that come from the Netherlands or whatever. Anyway, I thought that was really cool. Give me a second. Community moderation. Let's see. Subscribers only. Yeah. Subscribers for, let's do 20 minutes because I don't want people just be saying shit. Let's see. All right, cool. So anyway, I wanted to come and do this video because I see exactly what's going on with Cardi B, and like real talk. I really should have saved this for an upload, but I just want to get it out. I'll still do an upload anyway. But Cardi thinks she's so slick, but let me tell you something. There's nuance. I think with Cardi, what's going on with her is this whole week, Nicki was pretty much running the week. Make sure that you double tap the screen to like the video too. Nicki was running the whole week, and the conversation throughout her fan base was ignore the pink lady, ignore her, she's doing this. And it's pretty much sucking the air dry from Cardi and the attention from her pre-ordered album. Cardi got on station and she like, my album's selling really good. It's doing this and that. Well, why are all these people buying the album and they're not buying the new Outside song? Wouldn't that make more sense for them to support that, being that that's on the horizon for... it's your main single. Is looking like ain't nobody there like that. But whatever. Cardi is gonna boost herself up and make things seem more than it is, whatever. I honestly, and this is not even trying to be funny, trying to ridicule the girl. And this is why like me personally, each and every content creator can do their content the way that they feel, right? But you hear the way that I'm speaking about Cardi, it's all opinion based. Like, you seeing how hard, like, yo, it be making me think, because I be thinking like, am I being too nice in my videos, but I can only be myself? Like, listen, this is just a brainstorm. I would never do this because it's just not me. And I don't feel like it's fair to give it up to a woman like that either. But I'm just like, the way that Zach was coming at, Nicki, I'm like, do I need to just do that? Like, what is it? Like, do I need to be more mean? And it's just like, I can't give it up like that. It's like, people will look at this commentary this way as some sort of way because it's coming from a male. But I just couldn't do that. Like, if I say something like, if I ever, like, not saying, I can't remember every time I've used the bitch as pertains to Cardi, but I might say like, that bitch crazy, or that bitch bugging, or whatever. But I won't just, like, the way that Zach called Nicki all types of bitches, like, that was just a little crazy. You could tell that the hatred was there. The hibachi plate got paid for. He was definitely trying to signal the bussy to TDE and to any onlookers so that they can message him in the DM. And trust me, that boy is right on Twitter. He's probably DMing and liking status. You can't see what people like no more. He's probably liking comments and all of that. He knew exactly what it did. But if he has a heart of some, he'll see how he looks as that video came out, because it was very hateful. It was very hateful. This video ain't about Nicki, but I just wanted to say that because I did a video the other night, and it actually I tried to edit a part out of the video where it was like it was like a hiccup, but I ended up editing the video down to those 40 seconds instead of cutting out those 40 seconds. So the whole video was just screwed. So I just deleted it. But my point that I was saying in that video was I feel like Zach, he did that to Nicki because no matter how much love he shows to her, see, this is why I don't allow people to you know, control my opinion, because I understand, like, within my chat and people who make comments, there's some people are super stans, right? I can be a fan and a supporter and realize that, I don't agree with a certain way Nicki did something. It's some people who they agree with everything, like, and I don't want to say that they don't have a mind of their own, but they're just super stans. They don't see no wrong. I see wrong in everybody, including my mom. If I could say that my mom, even in my life, she worked hard, but she has some misses, we all have misses. Ain't nobody perfect at all, not even your favorite celebrity. And shit, I told y'all, Foxy is my favorite female rapper, and I seen flaws with her too. Ain't nobody is free from flaws. So, yeah. So anyway, let's just get back to the topic with Cardi, right? So Cardi, she's seen, Cardi follows all these hate pages of Nicki Minaj, especially this one page that will remain nameless. But she sees everything that these people are talking about. They talking about Nicki all week, and the focus has not been on Am I the Drama. She knows that, right? I seen what this girl did within the midweek, right? Now, I watch things to a T that I think I see how delusional and how gassed up she get. She was talking to these wrestling chicks on her page. For some reason, they must be somebody bigger than her, because every time she quote tweeted and was talking to these wrestling people, each one of the tweets got a million, almost like a million impressions. But when she was just talking about regular stuff and whatever, it didn't go up like that. I said, oh, see, I watch stuff to, like, I'm so much into analytics that I watch every little thing. I watch everything, everything. I think once you become, like, into like a business, when you have a business, you just tend to watch. If you're a smart business owner, you watch stuff. Just like I was telling, like, this guy who I follow who does sneakers, he posted this photo. It got like a million impressions. And I'm just like, you need to do more of that. You got to do more of whatever is working for you. But anyway, so so Cardi, her fans have been talking about how Nicki has been sucking all of the energy out of the atmosphere, and Am I the Drama became a backseat to Nicki's, online, I don't want to call it rants, the show that she put on, the performance, like, you know what I'm saying? The censorship was just the fireworks. It was fireworks to the whole situation. And Cardi got left in the back seat, and I think that she felt it. Let me tell you what this girl did. If now, that I call Cardi, I might call her mush mouth. I might say that she's illiterate, but she's a reality TV show girl, right? She knows exactly what to do to get on people's tongues and get them talking. I seen her trying the whole week when Nicki was having the internet on lock, right? First, what did she do? She came out and then she posted this video in her stories of her singing Beyonce's song. You know what that's going to do? It's going to make the fans on Twitter repost it. Beyonce sings, Cardi B sings Beyonce. And she was hoping just to break through that barrier. Listen, this is my opinion. I'm not stating that as a fact because, some of her delusional fans will be like, damn, Cardi can't even sing. You know what she was doing. Y'all know what y'all be chatting about in the group chats. You know that she sees she sees, different things that y'all talking about on her timeline, especially if her big fan pages are hating on Nicki. You know that she sees that and she applauds that. She don't unfollow people for that. She likes it because she want to see somebody else get dragged, right? It's a part of me that don't believe what she's going through as far as like her whole station head ran today, but there's a part of me that believes it and a part of me don't, and I'll explain to you why. So anyway, she tried that. Now you see Nicki has calmed down. I made this comment on Twitter today and somebody got offended at what I said. They was just like, where's Nicki? And I don't think that people understand, or they're not just really in tune with, or you never really been through no shit, or you just so dramatic that you don't have a moment where you sit back. Somebody said, where's Nicki today? I told them, I said, listen, even me as a person who tweet, and we've been talking about this for days, after I reach a certain point, I even got to fall back. Because when you do the most for days and days in and days out, your nervous system don't be needing a break from all of that. And she feels it more than us because she's the person actually doing it. I don't care what you say, right? I done been in situations in life, and I know that you probably been through this too. You ever be spazzing on somebody or in a situation where you going crazy? Sometimes you turn around and look and you like, damn, I'm so far out there, I gotta keep going. But you're gonna reach a point and you're gonna hit a wall where you just like, damn, like, you're gonna sit back, you're gonna reflect. I don't know what she's doing, I'm just brainstorming. You're gonna sit back and you're gonna reflect like, damn, like, I don't think she feels bad for the things that she said, or maybe her approach, she could feel bad. But trust me, Nicki is a smart girl. She probably sit back like, damn, I need to chill. If you don't think that she thinks like that, you're crazy as hell. You know how much money that woman is worth? She can't just do that every single day. I mean, I think she served her purpose in doing it, but she sucked up a lot of energy, and Cardi B took the back seat during that time, and I know she felt it. Try to come out with them damn signed vinyls and signed CDs, copying each and every inch of Nicki's rollout, each and every inch. And her fans will come like, oh, is Nicki the only one who's ever did sign? No, I'm not saying that. But every artist who comes out does not do that shit. Every person who releases an album does not do that. She wants the Nicki special. Cool. So then the girl gets on Station Head, knowing that she's known for getting on Twitter Spaces and going on rants. And so she went on Station Head with this very high overview conversation, right? So I personally felt like, she tried to make it seem like she going through so much and somebody behind the scenes. And my parents are really good people. Well, if your parents really good people, how the did you end up on a stroll and in a damn strip club? Now, when it comes to Cardi B, I feel like she's very manipulative with the way that she tries to tell stories. Because, she got to make it seem a certain type of way, being that she's dating Stephon Diggs. She don't want him to think that she don't want him to think she's a 304 or whatever, right? My only question is to you is because I open up file cabinets and go through folders of what people said in the past, and I really examine it. So if she said that she was wifed up and she only been in this relationship, girl, you was 13 years old just the other day when you said that you went down on a girl for the first time. You was eating punana at the age of 13. Okay, lack of parental supervision, especially as a girl. This is why a lot of men don't even be wanting their daughters out of their sight or around certain people. How she was even doing that. But anyway, so you said your parents was this and that, right? Now, she also stated that, she had boyfriends and she went from one guy, that guy who was locked up, then she went to Offset, right? I personally don't believe it because she said that she was drugging and robbing people. Either that was a lie, because trust me, I know the pipeline of girls who be in them clubs, right? I ain't saying she didn't have a boyfriend with that guy, but this is my opinion. I'm not saying it's fact, but I know the access, like especially in the New York strip club scene, mad dudes was probably around her. She said that she was going to the hotel, drugging and robbing men to get the money or whatever the case may be, right? That don't sound like a person who had a boyfriend to me, but you got to paint that story so Stephon thinks she a good girl. She went from one boyfriend to the next, and that pussy ain't been out there like that. Oh, she good girl. She a good girl. She only had boyfriends. She never hoe in her life at all. You from the Bronx. No disrespect. I know you done gave that thing up. I personally feel like you done gave that thing up. I feel like when you was in that strip club, she was probably turning tricks, getting money, and doing whatever she had to do. That's besides the point of the message I'm trying to say. I feel like there is a two-part point of what she did tonight. I personally think that she came out here and told this sad story. Notice she didn't name Offset. Notice she didn't get into specifics about exactly what it was that she was talking about. But she made it seem like somebody hated her so bad. How could you hate this woman so much? And this and that, right? I started to think to myself, I said, she's trying to suck the energy back that Nicki took the whole week, and she just wants to have everybody talking like somebody's doing Cardi so bad. She sees how people dogged Offset out here, the past few days and up to the weeks regarding their relationship and thinking that he's shading her and all of this and that, right? She completely is, she's aware of that completely. And she's out here trying to look for sympathy, and people talking about Cardi was crying and she's so upset and this and that. You know what I truly believe, right? Part one, I do think that she's doing it for attention, to get to try to suck the energy back and to talk about her album coming out, and people want to sabotage her and they don't want me to do this and that, and I move on and I got good parents or whatever. Well, if you got good parents, listen, I understand that people have free will and they deal with their own evil, but like, to me, I think that, I mean, what is good parents? That's subjective to what a person say. I mean, just because your mother is nice, shit, that don't mean you a good person fully. Like, it don't really mean anything. It's just word salad. It's just word salad, and they hope that you eat that shit up. But I ain't eating it. I'm no, not eating it. Then the other flip side of it is this. People are saying that Cardi B is pregnant and that she's 4 months pregnant. I want you to think about this, right? I think that the one part of the reason, if she really is pregnant, and I'm gonna say this, and you know that I don't really care for the girl at all. I hope that she's not pregnant. You want to know why I hope she's not pregnant? Because it really shows, it just shows her indiscretions. Like, you met this guy, he's already busting nuts up in you. It's alleged that he got other girls, knocked up too, and it's like, this is what you want for your life. It's like, you just let people just bust nuts in you just easily like that. I think that, oh man, this is a two-part thing, right? Yeah, I do want to say this. I think that it's a clout thing when it comes to Stefan Diggs, because he gets a boost with being with Cardi, and then Cardi, she wants to show Offset that she is with somebody who is known, and how she can move on. But the part of it that I don't think people are talking about is that I think that she's upset because, remember when they said that he was trying to get spousal support? Well, what if Cardi is trying to hide the fact that she's pregnant and hoping that her divorce is going to go through, be written or whatever behind the scenes, and that it's not going to show up that she's pregnant? Because if she's pregnant, that is a sign of infidelity. No baby, no signs, right? If she's pregnant as a wife and she has not divorced yet, that is going to be a bad look. And that nigga is going to rake her for that damn money. And, am I mad about that? No. I mean, it's the game that, listen, you got to make sure that, just like people are talking about Clarissa Shields, and even though Remy Ma done moved on and I had a dude and she taking fit videos and photos with him in a car and all of that, how you mad that Offset moved on or whatever, right? Now, he is a man. He can't carry a child. He can impregnate somebody, right? But the thing is, Cardi, she's the wife in the situation still. She's not divorced yet. And I believe, I need to Google that. I'm gonna do it when I get off here. What happens if a wife gets pregnant before the divorce is finalized? I'm gonna have to put some different attributing factors to it. Like, she's a breadwinner. Basically, she is, right? She's a breadwinner. It's clear that they don't have a prenup, right? And will she have to pay spousal support if she got pregnant before the divorce is finalized? I need to look that up. With ChatGPT and all of that, it'll give you the scoop. Those little apps feed you as much information as you feed it. You just got to be very specific and to the point. If the woman in a marriage is a breadwinner, she makes substantially more money than her husband. She gets pregnant before the divorce is finalized. Will she have to pay spousal support? And I think that could be a part of the reason. I think that she is trying to cry and look out for all of this to get attention. But I also think that maybe she's hiding the fact that she's pregnant, because if it does come out and if she truly is, now listen, I'm being serious. I know that people be wanting the downfall of other people. I hope that she not pregnant. You just had a baby last year. This really shows that you just let that nigga bust nuts in you. Like, he's treating you as, like, you letting this nigga treat you like a human masturbatory sleeve. And it's almost like that Cardi, she gives me that feeling like them white women where they just want any black thing. Long as it's black and it go up in that stomach, they want it. They don't care who it's from. They don't care what he do. Obviously, she don't care what he do. She just wanted black, and she just want him inside of her. That's it. That's good enough for her. So yeah, a part of me does think that it is, she's doing it for attention, and she's like, damn, this bitch Nicki Minaj done sucked up the energy so bad this week. Like, she had her damn station head like it was a new release week. She had almost 20,000, and the damn station head stream. That's crazy. I can guarantee you it wasn't even 10,000 when she was on station head today. I guarantee you. I ain't even have to look at it, but I can guarantee you she ain't have nobody in there like that. I ain't listen. Outside was out 3 weeks ago. Why you ain't use your account and come on station head then? Don't you think that would have been beneficial for you to come on there? She ain't used her account. She just now came on and talking about. And then she was talking about a few weeks ago, like, I don't go on station head because I have to protect my this and that. And now since Nikki is on there, you're back on this week. So yeah, I do gotta add that to the list of the brainstorm. I do think that's weird because she be like, damn, this bitch on there. She had all these people. People probably screenshotted it, and the conversation. People were screenshotting what Nicki was saying. They probably up in them group chats because Cardi be up in them group chats. I don't think Nicki be in no group chats because that would have been already exposed. Nicki really does keep a distance between fans and all of that. Like, I don't think that she be involved in that. I think that she probably DMs people, especially if she wants to help them or whatever. But Cardi, she's insecure. She got to be around negative talk about other people. In my opinion, she's insecure. She wants to, if she has an issue with Lizzo, she want to be in a group chat where they talking shit about Lizzo all day so that she could feel better about herself, so that she could see other people get dragged. That's the energy that she gives me. I'm sorry. She gives me that energy. She does. She want to see a person say the worst about you. Like, if she don't like you, like me, I think that shit is corny. Like, real talk. If I don't like you, I don't want to be around nobody talking about you, because I don't want nobody to come back and, yo, I swear to God, my friend taught me this. And if you could take something from this, be like this too, because people be fishing for information too. My friend taught me this back in the day. Somebody came up to them and they was like, yo, and I knew they wasn't speaking to this person. They was like, how is so-and-so? And they was like, I don't know. I'm sure they fine. I'm sure they doing good. They didn't give nothing more, nothing less. People be fishing for information. Cardi don't strike me as that. She strikes me as that she don't like you and she want the worst for you. You done seen her wish death on people, talk about diagnosis and all of that. Like, she don't have aging grandparents and all of that. She was just talking about people, like, worry about your aunt or your grandmother or your family who has dementia and all of this. Like, your mother and your father can't get dementia. Huh? Like, be careful what you say. Like, there's a bridle thy tongue. Bridle your tongue, because I'm telling you, I think a lot of the stuff that Cardi be going through, it be karma, and she can't realize it because she think that she could run up and get some damn crocodile Hermes bag. And she feels blessed because she got these accoutrements and got these designer bags, but you don't realize the things you say up out of your mouth is very ugly. Like, I don't like when people act like they so blessed and they do people so wrong and they say some of the most negative things. Like, this is why I was thinking, I was just like, damn, with the way that, like, Zach's approach, I'm like, damn, you see that, and it's like people, they get the dopamine hit when a person is getting dragged. Like, you seen how excited that Cardi's fans was, and all of those fans were, when he was calling her all types of bitches and stuff. But if that was Cardi, like, why is they calling Cardi a bitch like that? They don't like it when it's done to them, but they don't like Nicki. And you know that all of these people was Nicki fans before. You know that they was. Cardi B fans, I'm telling you, and be honest with you, you know what I did the other day? I made this tweet, and I think it got near 1 million impressions. And I think I was talking about her signing Vitals and CD, right? I promise you. Let me tell you something. I know that when you make a post with people's name in it, it's gonna get attention, but I don't want the attention from them. Yeah, populate my shit and get it done up. But each and every time I seen them in quote tweeted on my shit, I blocked all of them. I was like, I didn't do this for you. I said what I said for me. I didn't say, unfortunately, through the algorithm and people, you use people's names. And I didn't even use her name in that tweet. I used number 11, and that tweet got 1 million impressions. I'm like, damn, y'all even know who number 11 is? It's like, y'all representing, like, y'all understand and get it. I was like, I'm so happy that they even know who 11 is. That's crazy. 11? That's crazy to me. They was really on, it's like they searched for number 11. How did they find it? How did they find it? Like, And the people who be talking shit and got like 3 followers, it's like you quote tweeted my tweet like 20 minutes ago. Like I said something to somebody the other day. They had like 40,000 followers on their page, right? Mind you, I got like 2,500, 2,600. They quote tweeted my tweet the other day. They had 40,000 followers. I went back to their page after like 8 minutes. I said, if you got 40,000 followers, why you only got 30 views on your? I told you how I watch everything. You got 40,000 followers. Why you got 30 views on your tweet that you quoted me for? This is a waste of time. This is what I be saying to y'all who be paying so much attention to people who don't got no traction, and you be quote tweeting tweets that got 6 likes. Like, what is the point of doing it? People don't truly understand their power. It needs to be a course on social media so people could really get it. It's just, I feel like it's a atmosphere filled up with a lot of people who just trying to get their shit off and aimless. Yo, I remember the other day I even looked through one of my posts, and somebody was like, they commented under it, because I don't think I put like respond to people who follow me or something like that. So somebody had got under it, and they said something about, you stupid ass, why won't you respond to me? I looked at their page, you had like 2 followers. It's like, damn. And then when you hit the reply button on their page, they're trying to get attention from each person who they're commenting under. I'm gonna be honest with you. I respect the people who start conversations on their page and not just living in the comments, because people who live in the comments, they overwhelm me. And it's just like, you just trying to get attention, and then they get attention through replies, and then when you go to their page, it's a desert. No, every post ain't gonna be a hit. But I would rather a person, like, this is why people don't realize why they're not growing or their page ain't growing, because you live in the comments of other people's shit. No, make a post. Like, who cares if it goes up each and every time? It might go up, it might not. Most of the posts that go up, you don't even, it be like, you don't even think about it like that. It just happens. Sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I will be typing some shit out and I know that it's gonna hit, but I don't be thinking like that. It does what it does. But yeah, man. I definitely think so. That was my conclusion as it pertains to Cardi. I definitely think that she felt the impacts last week of Nicki going in and sucking the atmosphere dry on Twitter, going up big time. And like I told y'all, so when I did that video the other day that I ended up privating because I edited wrong, and YouTube took away the ability for you to unedit the video. You can't even do it no more. You got to go through this long, drawn out procedure, like where it's like you got to go to, what is this thing called on YouTube? It's like a way that you can download all of your videos. And I'm like, I'm not about to download all of my videos to get this video back. Yeah, so you have to download all your videos. Then I'll have to get that video. It's like, nah, it's too much. And then also, if you seen like the style that I do on my page, I don't use StreamYard no more. And I'm not paying $40 a month for no damn StreamYard. No. And I feel like YouTube respects you when you upload your content straight to YouTube anyway. Like, those platforms work for people, but it's just for me, I'm not paying $40 for that. No. Hell no. Not doing it no more. I'm not doing that. So that video is just done. Maybe it's a reason. I always look at things like everything happens for a reason, you know? Maybe that video wasn't supposed to be out. So, yeah. Let me read a few comments before I get up out of here. Let me see. Thanks for the 199, Tashina. I should have created a walking group this month. I didn't even make one. I don't know. To be honest with you, I like to be, I hope you're still on the app, on the Pacer app, Tashina. Maybe I'll do one once I get settled and I get moved back. But that shit was stressing me out because it was like people on there, and it was just like I kept feeling compelled. Like I had to do like almost 30,000 steps a day. Now I'm kind of coasting at like 16 to maybe even under 20,000. Like today I did about 28,000 though, because I did two workouts today. So I did about almost 30,000 today, but I don't want to feel that pressure every day because I'm highly competitive. And in this other groups that I'm in, I just kind of float in it. And it's like, as long as I'm active every day, I'm good. But shout out to you. Um, so yeah, but what was I gonna say? Yeah. So definitely that's what it is. I think Cardi is scared because what is Offset saying behind the scenes? Why you ain't talking about that? It's like, I don't want to talk about XYZ, but people is really trying to play with me. Well, tell us how they trying to play with you since you coming forth and you said you don't like talking about your business. What they playing with you about? Because it sound like you embarrassed to say what it is. Is it because Offset knows you got a bun in the oven and you trying to rush quickly behind the scenes to get the divorce finalized? So then once that comes out, out, and then it's and the divorce is finalized, and there wasn't any information about you being pregnant. Huh? Because if it would, because in that way, the divorce is going to go a completely different way. Yes, it will. But if you a married woman and you a breadwinner winner and you cheated on your husband, and it can be painted that way. Now, Offset could have cheated on her. Let's be completely honest. He could have cheated on her too. Let's say the truth. Maybe, and it could be a fact that she don't want to be there because of that. I can be objective to some shit, but at the end of the day, it's gonna look a certain type of way when you're pregnant and the divorce is not finalized. And even if you're separated, it's gonna look a certain type of way. You know, I want y'all same people to hold her to the same standard as y'all say Clarissa Shields roaming around with papoose and saying like, oh, he's still married. And not y'all per se, but people in the comments. I see them saying, oh, she's still married. He's still married or whatever. Okay. Clarissa's not pregnant though, and Remy has clearly moved on. So we don't see Offset with nobody really at all. I mean, we see people and then they try to pin him with certain women, but I don't think he's come out and made anything official. She's the one who came up and said he had a chick in their house in Atlanta while she stayed up in a hotel, but she's so gangster, even though she wouldn't go down there and say, you know what, I ain't getting no hotel. That bitch gonna have to get out. But she probably ain't want to go there because Stefan was already getting the Panani. And who knows, based on if she's really knocked up, she probably ain't want to go give him no pregnant Panani. So I'm pretty sure if she wasn't with child, I mean, I don't know 100%, but I do think it is leaning on that Cardi B is pregnant. I think it is leaning on that. And I think her disdain, and she said the person's trying to take stuff from her. She said this person wants her. And she always does the sympathy pull. And she said, this person want me to put a bullet in my head. They wouldn't care if I was on drugs or whatever. She just really tried to make it seem like she was facing adversity. She really tried to make it seem like she had it so rough and, be careful trying to offer up this advice. I wouldn't take advice from you if you was the last person giving advice. I would never take advice from you ever. To me, Cardi, like advice is as good as its source, right? That's what I personally think. Advice is as good as its source. Cardi don't be having clear, cohesive thoughts like she's a hood rat. Not for nothing. To me, she's a hood rat. She can't offer up, even with all, you would think that with the access to money that she has, and she's always talking about she's super talented and this and that, and she can do well. If you're super talented, it's like, why like get an education, enrich your mind so that you speak better. Get a speech pathologist so you don't have to sound like you have a phonological disorder. Like invest in yourself. You know what investment looks like? Like invest in yourself so that if you think that you want to be the top female rapper, and then she's talking about what else she say on her line? She was just like, I'm creating all these different things with my team, and it's just like it gets so hard because I've done anything. Like, what have you done if you've done everything? This girl is so delusional. She's so delusional. She's like, I'm so pretty, I'm thick, I'm this, I'm that. Now, listen, thinking you're pretty or thinking that whatever about yourself, that's subjective. But I just feel like Cardi has this, you know, she has this created sense of beauty. It's just like, I don't believe, I'm telling you. And maybe this is bad that it's like, it's almost like she cried wolf because it's just like when Cardi talk about herself, the only thing I believe her when she says she got small feet. But when she talk about how pretty she is, I don't even think she believed that. I don't. I don't think she believes it. I think that she has to tell herself, like, she be having fabulous in her head, like, girl, you be killing them. You be killing them, girl, you be killing them. Like, she have to, like, boost herself up, like, and think that she's actually killing them. But I don't think under it all that she really thinks that she's doing that. I don't. Um, let's see. Damn, they still. This is one song I use in a lot of my videos. It's like they trying to the person who wrote it, which I like the artist, but I guess they starting to get money off of it now. But I be trimming that shit out of all of my videos. As soon as I just got a copyright hit saying this video cannot be monetized. This is a video from like 2 years ago. That's crazy. Even her fans be asking why she do that to her body because she got to keep up with it. You said you think she shaded number 15 when she said she got small feet. She probably could be. What I was gonna say, oh, so Megan Thee Stallion too, right? Let's talk about that while we're here. And listen, I just want to say this. I know a lot of people feel a lot of different ways about Megan Thee Stallion. I just feel like she's fake. That's above everything that she got going on with Tory, and I just feel like Megan is fake, right? Now, I do believe that these sports agencies and these music uh PR and all of them, I do think that they get together and it's like the off season for basketball. I think that the industry sees a way to get some sort of activity amongst, like, whether it's cross promotion of Clay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion, right? The only reason why I feel this way, and when I looked at him, I don't know, I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I also did some searching. So I looked at Clay Thompson. To me, I'm gonna be honest, he looks a little biracial, and he looks like he likes a girl like that's lighter biracial, right? Now, this is how he just struck me when I say, now it could be Megan Thee Stallion, and maybe he could be a little starstruck, and how everybody boosted her up for having the booty and the body and all of that. So he could be intrigued that way, right? But something told me, I'm just a keyword Googler. And I just went to Google and I put Clay Thompson ex-girlfriends. And I think People magazine actually did it was either People or some source. They did a recent article and they lined up all of Clay Thompson's girlfriends. And then Megan Thee Stallion was like the last one as most recent. And all of them had that look that I just basically told you about, like biracial or not black or whatever. And I said, this is a promo thing. This is a publicity stunt because they just seem weird together. Like, not weird, like, of course, like, I don't know, something is just off. And then when she was on his lap and she was opening up them gifts and he like smacked her ass, she was like, baby. Like, it just, I don't know. Nonetheless, though, if she's happy, good for her though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying based off of what I see. Like, I remember one time this girl that I knew, and tell me if you think that this is right or not, but she felt like this guy was having like some sort of fetish over her because she was a bigger girl. And she was just like, I asked him, like, how people talk about your exes or whatever, and then he showed her all of the pictures of the women who he dates, and none of them looked like her. All of them were really slim, athletic, and all of that. And she was just like, nah, nigga, you just trying to get some ass. Like, you just got this fetish. Everybody's talking. This was years ago. She was like, everybody's talking about BBWs, and she said, I just feel like you just trying to have an experience with a BBW or whatever. And she was just like, she was turned off because she felt like it was a fetish type thing, right? I say that to say, yeah, he was trying to get some ass up out of her. And the thing about it is, whether Klay Thompson is trying to get clout, I mean, I don't know what clout he gonna get out of Megan. She ain't selling no damn records like that. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna go crazy. You seen how the blogs already been reporting it, and he's been getting some sort of traction. Clay, right? Megan gets to look good because she's a woman, and it makes her look like she came up with this NBA player. I'm telling you the way that I'm thinking about it. This is, you don't think that these listen, let me tell you something. These publicist groups, these publicist companies or whatever, publicity, whatever, they think about regular stuff that we think about. It's just that they're actually in position to make it come to life and just like, no, Cardi. So imagine if Cardi is single and she ain't have Stefan be like, yo, you need a relationship right now. You gotta, like, we need you popping. We need this shit to go through the blogs, like, and I believe that these people and these publicists get with different agencies like, look, we want to hook this up. Like, this would be a good look for him. I'm not saying that this happens verbatim, but when you're actually in position to make things happen, you make them happen. Like, when this is the industry. They make shit move. They make it move. I'm telling you. Oh man, it's a distraction to her, say, lawsuit from her former employee. That could be true too. That could be true. But I just know that for some reason I start Googling stuff and I was just like, Clay Thompson ex-girlfriends. And when I looked at all of them in comparison to Megan Thee Stallion, I mean, maybe he wants different. Maybe he does want a black girlfriend this time, right? But they all looked drastically different than her features, phenotype, all of that. I said, this ain't gonna be forever. And maybe it will be forever. Who am I? I'm not God, right? But I just feel as though it's a placeholder. It's a placeholder situation for sure. That relationship benefits her. Yup. He gains nothing from being with her. Exactly. And you could tell, I feel like she's being a little fake around him too, but people are gonna change based on who they date, and I know that that's true. I've seen my own friends change up, and when they be around a new dude, they're acting like they don't give it up the way that they do. That's a fact. The former employee should have videoed the encounter she had in the that he had in the vehicle, that she had in the vehicle, and sold it to the highest bid. Laughing out loud. All jokes aside, I know he's traumatized. He don't even like women. Hmm. Do you think he's traumatized, or do you feel as though that he probably got fired after that, and then he got a bad taste in the mouth? Because a lot of people be doing stuff like that too. That relationship seems so forced and PR. Yeah, because it makes her look good. It makes her look like she rebounded, right? And I'm pretty sure, like somebody you were saying in the comments, that they probably did it because of the case against her. So it's just good conversational talk that Megan has moved on and she has somebody in her life who, is rich and he's an NBA player. Like, wow, she went from Tory, she went to party. Now she's in a party with Clay. It's like, Megan, go, girl. She's doing her thing. Like, oh my God, girl. Go, Megan. She got her an NBA player. Wow, girl. Yes, sis. Get it, sis. With so many rats saying that they excited. But those people are unable to see in between the lines of what's really going on. But I'm pretty sure somebody else would talk about it on their channel and they'd be like, do you see the girls that he dated before? Yeah, they look very different from Megan. So if I was to say, oh, my mom is texting me. Damn, it's 3 o'clock on the East Coast. She should be asleep. So, yeah, yeah, that's what I personally think, and I do think that that says a lot. Like, if you see the people who I date or I talk to, yeah, they do all have something in common as far as like what I like, right? And I think that that is from person. Humans are creatures of habits. They are. You want to know how many people like? Nah, I can't tell you that. That's really low key my cheat code. It is. Well, I can tell you that because hopefully it'll save you. But like it's like say for example you wanted to message me on Instagram, right? And you like, well, his name is Potent Pondering on YouTube. Let me search Instagram or let me search Twitter, and then that's how you find people, right? Because typically people are creatures of habit. So yeah. And I think that that's true across the board with everything. When you like a thing, you go after it. Or, we might try some different things, here and there. But when we like a certain thing, and to me, he likes biracial or, racially ambiguous chicks. So maybe he's clout chasing Megan too. You think he clout chasing her? I don't think he need her clout. Remember that white girl that said that she was surprised that her ex was talking to Meg because he thought that he liked white girls. See, he gives the same energy. Yep. Megan is trying to get that punana to the highest bidder. I mean, shit. I'm be honest with you, if that was any other girl in the industry, they trying to do the same thing. If that was my daughter, would I want her to be with a broke dude? Probably not. To be honest, to be fair with you, I wouldn't. I just would want her to be with somebody who really liked her for her, you know. But this industry is so damn fake. You just never really know. Listen, it's almost 2:30. Let me get up off of here. I just more so wanted to come and just tell y'all, I personally think that Cardi B is a two-part to this. She did all of this ranting and she did all of this crying and stuff today and her station head because she has to try to suck some sort of energy back. She said Monday she's back to work. They got to start rolling out some different things for her project, trying to get the attention and get the energy back up. Nicki had the whole internet on lock this week and she hated that. And you know what's so sad about this whole thing and so insecure about the Cardi B fans is that Nicki really does have a gripe with Rock Nation, TDE, and all of these people, and that these people internalize it that there's an issue or like that she's trying to do this because of Cardi. She's not doing that. She has an issue. I mean, I personally felt as though that I didn't, I think that Nicki could have handled it in another way, but the flip side of that is what if she's been trying to handle it and then nobody is actually trying to handle things. So you don't know, the lengths that she's already gone to, but either way, it is going to leave a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths because whether you like to admit it or not, this is a male dominated industry. And It is. And people feel like women should be seen and not heard. And then, especially if people start to think about how much success Nicki has had. Why is she so this? Why did she say that to SZA? Why? It's like, trust me, even though I can understand it, you got to realize. And that's why I think where people lose a lot of people in conversation. Everybody is not you. Everybody is not on stand mode like you. Everybody don't have that unabiding love like you. They just don't. Just because we may be able to see through it and really see through to the artist who, has the talent, and, people are cheating in the industry, TDE, cheating streams, trying to get people on Nicki tour. Rock Nation asking Nicki for $40 million. I think that's what she was trying to get at. They asked for $40 million on some funny shit. It was just it's a lot going on. But Nicki is a power player, so maybe they aren't experiencing that because they don't have the money. So, different levels, new devils. That's exactly, definitely what it is. So she's jealous of Nicki and always has been. Yep. So she got to find a way to suck the energy back. So that she did that. And then the part two of it is saying that Offset, she ain't say Offset name. Notice before she would say his name. And she said she wakes up every time and it's something new. It's something new. Well, what was so new that you came online late and ranted about it? What was so new? Hmm? What I really think, it's an unspoken thing, but I'm telling you, I really feel that Offset wants her to prove if she's pregnant. If she's pregnant, she probably has to pay more money in spousal support or whatever, because it just looks more like, it'll just look more like infidelity. I'm gonna put some keywords in too, like, you know, it's clear that they've split up or whatever, but if you get impregnated before a divorce is finalized and you are the breadwinner, do you have to pay? Because listen, if they had a prenup, it would already be like, oh, was yours is mine, was yours is yours, and was mine is mine. It's clear that there was no prenup, right? Offset did right because he contributed a lot to that girl career and visibility. He legitimized her. Yes, he did. So a lot of people tried to argue and say Offset didn't deserve certain things. He does deserve it. He does. He does deserve it. Whether you want him to get it or not, he does deserve it. So anyway, potent pondering, never pandering. Thanks for showing up, Miss Lackey, Roger, Erica, Daily Dose, Tashina. Um, who else is in there? Kitty Lickable. Kitty Lickable. Yeah. All right, I'm up out of here.